are just 2 games away from the Final Four, and I'm going to share my best bets for the action going down on Sunday.
Gambling? Who said anything about gambling? It's not gambling when you know you're going to win.
Welcome back, guys, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Sports Dave, one of the BettorOff ambassadors. BettorOff is a free app to download, and you can make picks using a long list of sports. In these videos, I help find the best odds, and I share some of my best bets in a variety of sports. If you'd like to stay on top of the action with me, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell in order to be notified whenever I post a new video. FYI, most of the time these videos are actually with picks and they're happening the same day, so the bell is definitely crucial. Anyways, let's get rolling with the first game, but before we do, please show your support for the hard work it takes to make these videos. The number 10 seed Hurricanes are going to try and topple the number 1 seeded Jayhawks. Kansas opened as an 8.5 point favorite, but it quickly dropped to 6.5. The total opened at 155 and dropped to 147. These are some very active lines. Make sure to do a bit of shopping on BettorOff. I have to admit that I was totally napping on the Miami Hurricanes. Coming into the tournament, I questioned whether they even belonged. But if there was one conference that was underrated in this tournament, I think it's safe to say that it was the ACC. The ACC only sent 4 teams into the tournament, and as of Saturday, 3 of them are still standing in the field that started at 68 and is now down to 8. But when it comes to overlooking the Hurricanes, I thought they only played football. Well, apparently they can ball on the hardwood too, and I really missed the boat on that one because they actually possess one of the most important strengths you can have during the tournament. They have a bunch of senior guards. This Miami team shot over 47% throughout the year. Damn right they can ball, but they're going to need to shoot the lights out at the United Center because Kansas was one of the only 1 seeds that I thought had a good chance of making it out of their region, and now they're just 1 game away from actually doing it. You see, Kansas is also led by some senior guards as well, just not as many. Ochai Agbaji has been their scoring leader all season long, but he hasn't had a spectacular tournament so far. Against Providence, he only scored 5. But Remy Martin has found his groove again after coming back from an injury earlier in the season, and the Jayhawks should have a significant rebounding advantage as well. I think this Kansas team just matches up really well against the Hurricanes, but I have a tough time laying the points. I lean that way, but I like this total to go over even better. I think the score cracks 150. I think Ochai Agbaji is going to have a better game this go around, and I think Kansas scores in the 80s. I would like to root for the underdog here, but I'm having a hard time betting on them in this spot, so I'm going to root for a lot of points from both teams. For the later game, we have the 15 seed Peacocks taking on the number 8 seeded Tar Heels. North Carolina opened as a 7.5 point favorite, but it's now up to 8.5 most places. The total started at 137, and that number seems pretty steady. The power of the Peacocks is real. First, they pop out of nowhere and laid the wood to Kentucky on St. Patrick's Day. Then they pounded Murray State like fresh fish. Then they sent Purdue packing on National Peacock Day. Come on, seriously, who's coming up with these holidays here? When I last covered the game against Purdue, I was pretty confident that it would be the last time I ever said peacock on one of these channels in a legit way. But apparently, these peacocks can't be beat. They're serving as an inspiration to so many. That it's not about the size of the peacock in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the peacock. The St. Peter's Peacocks have risen to the occasion to not only penetrate our brackets, but also our minds and our souls. Okay, maybe I got a little carried away there, but I do want to thank the boys of St. Peter's for raising peacock awareness. It's important topics like these that are going to keep this civilization moving in the right direction. Unfortunately, I think the Peacocks are going to lose this game though. Yeah, I think Carolina wins this game, but I'm going to take the points at 8.5 with St. Peter's. We are 1 step away from the Final Four, and as much as I'd like to see the underdog win, there's also just another part of me that just knows that it's meant to be for North Carolina and Duke to meet in the Final Four. Disney could not write this script much better. But hey, with all this newfound exposure for St. Peter's, I'm sure they'll make the most out of this opportunity. Alright guys, we have a long season of baseball ahead of us, and I'll be sharing my preview for each division. Stay tuned for that coming very soon. Subscribing to the channel and tapping the bell would be wise if you want to watch the videos before first pitches, or tip-offs, or kickoffs, or puck drops. You get the idea. Also, make sure to download the BettorOff app if you haven't already. It's free and gives you a chance to shop for the best odds. Thanks for watching, tap the like button if you haven't already, and best of luck banging on the book.